So this gentleman is now so rich that we have to do shows on location while he's closing deals on like international properties and shit. And now, he he's renegotiated his contract status, so now we have to start every show like
I mean, I can always hit you with the welcome to the Broken Pistol Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast, infused with hip hop. I'm Wood.
made daily with organic, farm to table, localized, neuralized, sterilized, Scotch Garter for 2020 repellent, shipped via
Available online, not available
on direct to consumer. Broken pencil logic. You stay classy, internet. I'm Suave Burgundy.
Yay!
You feel me? But yeah, I kind of like the gong though. That's fire. I feel like it gives a sense of a regalness to it. But,
so
ladies and gentlemen,
just so you know what's happening here, Vita Hermosa Cigars. It is a beautiful life.
Indeed. Hey, you ain't off the clock for them yet. Go ahead and run them rundowns.
That's it. That's all I got at Vita Hermosa Cigars on everything. Servovega.com. Servovega.com is a pro audio source, your official pro audio for Broken Pistol Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast. Shouts out Henry. Shouts out Gary.
What up?
Pro audio, home audio, motorcycle audio, nautical audio. Suave, where we at?
On a boat.
Speaking of being on a boat, Vita Hermosa Cigars will actually be on a cruise in Detroit this weekend. By the way, today is Friday, June 26th, year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord.
I said year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord.
2020. 6666.
Mafia.
I almost said fifth.
We moving forward, not backwards.
This is correct. What they do with Servo Vega Pro Audio, Suave?
Put some bass in your face with Servo Vega Audio.
Circle gets a square. All right, man. A lot has happened in the last 3 weeks, man. And for my people that hit 50, as I have now joined the 50 club in life, as you can see.
Hold on. Yeah.
As I've hit 50, do not spend your last full night in your 40s at the hospital. Not a good move. Not a good move at all.
My God.
Wow. Shouts out to the New York Knicks, too. Your new NBA world champions.
I started to wear my Knicks fitted for the day, but I was like, you know what? Y'all have really acted an ass, and I don't need to fan those flames. Congratulations. What happened?
I cannot believe an executive of JP Morgan has lost her job, her $300,000 a year executive job, over a trash can.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that story. I swear to God, I believe that's fucking, internet fodder. That's AI shit. I don't believe that.
There are a lot of reputable sources in that area that seem to not just insult her as a human being, but also as a gainfully employed person in the workforce, and also some reputable sources that are neither swaying on either side of the political fence that have said that corroborate their story. So
okay, if the story's been corroborated by verifiable, reputable sources, I'll go ahead and let that be what it is. Because when I saw it, I'm like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, you literally just fired someone from a corporate position for littering? For something
it wasn't just the littering, it was the theft of government property.
Okay. You're absolutely right, but at the same time, good God.
Yeah. I could have better things to do with my life choices. That's for sure.
I mean, 100% agreed, because what you did is you stole an arts and crafts project. You could get any trash can anywhere and spray it and be done. Buy a Nick stencil and 2 cans of spray paint.
Get a bodega, some liquor, and a bodega, some liquor, some spray paint, and a Saturday seems like a good, fun adventure to make a trash can to celebrate my team winning the world championship.
It just, I have concerns about. There was a lot of stuff I saw in New York during the parade and just the subsequent. Matter of fact, during the entire finals, there's a lot of stuff I saw perpetrated in New York and by New Yorkers that was the most suspect of all activity. And if we're supposed to believe what the rhetoric has always said all of these years, we're supposed to believe that New Yorkers set the pace for the rest of the world. If what you showed during the finals is the pace that we're supposed to be setting, I did.
Meanwhile, Tokyo says, "Hold my beer."
Listen, we are one positive text alert for me saying, yeah, sayonara.
Also, arigato.
Live reporting live from the Tokyo Dome with his Ribera jacket.
Ribera Steakhouse in this.
You feel me? I'm going from the Tokyo Dome to the steakhouse and then back to the crib. Fuck you, me.
Yeah,
it's a rough situation around here. However, we are here for one reason, right?
We got a strong wrestling weekend, bro. It's quite time to play a game.
Actual factuals. Hey,
one of these days.
Who ain't gonna win? You know who ain't gonna win. Let's say that bitch again. I know who ain't gonna win. You know who ain't gonna win. You know who ain't gonna win. We say that bitch again. I won. 1, 2, 3. Get your tail. I won. 1, 2, 3. Get the fuck on. 1, 2, 3. Get your tail. I won. 1, 2, 3. Get the fuck on.
So like that. Hey, look. Some of this is going on right here.
We have one more episode like this. I'm waiting on one piece of furniture to establish the new digs. It's cold.
It's the manual volume controlling for me. That's like, bitch, can you not, operate on your own?
All this technology on the internet, all this AI available, and this is the best we got.
This is the best we get.
And we've tried other things, and things that supposedly better are absolutely worse for us because we're overqualified.
I mean, I'll stop you when you start lying. But because you are the birthday person in question, I will let you choose. What show would you like to predict first?
Only because I know it's going to be more fun to do the King and Queen of the Ring, because I always feel less is more. Let's start with Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door it is. Boom. Sunday, June 28th, live from San Jose, California in the SAP Center. I know that's probably not the way they say it, but that's how we're going to play with it today. Pause.
I'll take it, only because we know who's from. Actually, you know what? There's a great individual. Actually, 2 great individuals who I admire so much that are from the city of San Diego. If we want to start with pro wrestling, let's start with the Mysterio family, Dominic and Ray, even though they're not father and son. But if we want to go in the rap world, let's go with J.O. Felony and Mitchie Slick.
Hey, shout out to J.O. Felony.
Bullet Loco, what up?
Man, now I'm going to have to start pulling out old Sway in the Morning mixtapes to try to find some of these records I was looking for.
We gonna smoke a dip, all of it, not a little bit. We gonna smoke a dip. that might have been one of the most egregious non-marijuana references in the history of rap music. When it came in the mid '90s, like, wait, we talking about getting wet on wax?
Yeah, that's too much. Hey, let me out right up here the light, bro. Right up here.
Over Teddy Pendergrass at that.
Damn, like you doing too much violating. You way out of pocket. Well, look,
Yeah.
we got a whole bunch of matches, so let's go ahead and run through them. I'm not gonna do these in any sort of order. I'm just gonna click.
Run them. Let's go. Run them.
Boom.
Pre-show match not included.
Yeah, we're not doing the buy-in. We're not buying
the Owen Cup final. The winner goes on to Wembley Stadium for All In London to compete for the AEW Women's World Championship. I can't see Mercedes Moné being gone for 6 months only to lose. I say Maya World ain't gonna win. I think her Cinderella story ends here.
I'm gonna ride with you with that.
Next. Oh boy.
Yeah. Tell the viewers what we're looking at.
So this is it's a 3-way tag team match featuring CMLL and AEW. We have the Young Bucks taking on El Sky team of Mystico and Mascaro Dorada taking on Unbound Company of New Japan, Shingo Takagi and T-Time. You know what? I'm gonna say anybody not named El Sky teams is not gonna win.
Why did I feel like I was gonna make that same choice with you? But then I also know the egos that are in play here, and I feel like why would you pick against them on their own home floor?
That's exactly why I would. They're a couple of hundred miles, like 120 miles away from the crib. You know, CMLL has more to gain. You have one of the world 6-man tag team champion, well, trios. Well, I guess it would be six men in CMLL and Mystico.
I'll put it like this: when's the last time you saw them, like, you know, win something major? And I'm talking about Nick and Matt. When's the last time you saw them win something major themselves on pay-per-view?
It's been a while. But this ain't. I wouldn't consider this major.
It's major enough. Give me anybody not named the Young Bucks.
Okay. All right.
Nick.
For the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship, your champion Shota Umino taking on Pac, the Bastard Pac.
The Bastard. Who you got?
As I explained to you in our pre-roll, Suave, I don't see a world where an IWGP Global Champion needs to lose to someone with no story or no dog in this fight to go back to Japan for absolutely no reason with this title. Especially considering how New Japan feels, as the talent feels about AEW and this talent trade or partnership, if you will. I'm going to say Pac ain't going to win.
Interesting point. I kind of look at this like, first of all, who really gives a fuck what the New Japan locker room thinks about anything going on with this money? If I'm Tony Khan, that's what I'm saying. Like, bitch, be thankful we booked you. Because you could be over there and people could be getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning trying to watch you. Or you could be getting money on American soil if you just keep your mouth closed. It's not like y'all are doing the type of business that says, you know what? We don't need them. Y'all need each other. Look, the evil empire, regardless of their current standing or situation, isn't going anywhere. And if they have life the way they want it, you will cease to exist. So you all should be on good terms, doing business with each other as much as possible in order to combat the inevitable. So for that reason, anybody named Pac ain't going to win. Anybody not named Pac ain't going to win. Yeah, you don't tell me who I can book on my pay-per-view to win your belt.
Okay.
What? In what world? This is crazy. And why am I not getting jams?
For the AEW World Tag Team Championships, your champions, Cage and Father of the Year, Christian Cage. Boy, talk about a missed opportunity. Taking on the Dogs, aka the Bullet Club War Dogs of Dave Finlay and Clark Connors. I don't understand why they had to drop the Bullet Club War Dogs if there's a partnership going on with New Japan. The Dogs is such a that if there's ever a brand C, brand D name for a tag team, this is it.
I mean, what happened with the Bang Bang Gang? Because that became a derivative.
Bang gang, gang, bang, 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 lady.
Right. That started as a Bullet Club and Bullet Club Gold, and then it just kind of siphoned down. And is it just a conversation of like, I need IP that I own that I can sell? It could be that simple of a conversation.
Bang Bang Gang, it works. I get that. The Dogs, anybody can be the Dogs.
Agreed. It's a generic name. It's create a player. It is creator. Yeah.
Like if when Brock Rexsteiner ever goes to WWE and joins up with Braun Breaker, they could be the Dogs. That's simple.
That would literally be the last choice. Like if you can't come up with anything else, and like let them be the Dogs of something. Dogs of War.
Dogs of War.
Dogs of Hell. Do something.
The Dogs.
The Dogs.
Who was that? The tag team? The Dirty Dogs. Who was that? Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode.
Yeah, like come on. Why? Y'all didn't put any more thought into this than that.
Y'all went from Beer Money to Dirty Dogs. It was one of the greatest pieces of TNA talent to ever walk across those lines. I digress.
Just off the top of my head, you could have called Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler Show Money. All right.
I got Dogs not winning.
Of course, I'm right with you. Dogs ain't winning shit. Next. Wait, this is supposed to be the main event, but is it really?
It is going to be a first-class shit show. Steel cage grudge match. And there is a stipulation in this, too. That if the Briscoe team wins, Mark Briscoe will win the AEW World Title match against MJF. So the match is Team Briscoe, consisting of Mark Briscoe, a.k.a. the Sussex County Chicken, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Konosuke Takeshita, and Darby Allin, taking on Team DC MJF, which is Maxwell Jacob Friedman, the TNT champion Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher, Jake Doyle, Kazuchika Okada, and Andrade El Idolo. This is going to be really, really easy. The reason why Team DC MJF ain't going to win will be Andrade El Idolo.
You think so?
Yep. Absolutely think so.
Explain your reasoning.
Andrade wants a title match.
Right.
Number one. And so does Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight seems to have more steam because A, he's a champion. Two, he's the shiniest new turd in the Don Callis family. And all things point to Andrade being shunned because he's Andrade and probably the biggest threat to that title out of the entire Don Callis family.
So
how you know?
The way I understood the whole premise of setting this match up to be was almost everyone on MJF's team agreed to be on this team because they wanted a title shot after the fact. So for a Kevin Knight, it's in his best interest that the team wins because that's his whole premise for joining the team is if we win, I get a title shot versus, whatever's going on the other side. I don't like what kind of cage is this going to be in for 12 people?
It's got to be. I mean, I'm thinking the OG steel cage. I mean, I would love it to touch the floor.
Okay,
happen.
Peep this. You ever seen like the first Survivor Series?
Yes.
Where they had a 5 or 10 tag team?
It was
like 20 people around the
20
ring.
People in the ring. Yep. And
they were on
the lumberjacks were standing on the apron, basically.
Right. It's that's what you have essentially. You have a lumberjack match inside a cage. If this isn't like the the old Thunderdome cage from WCW.
So the triple tower of doom.
No, not even that. I would expect that from Tony Khan though, but the 1989 Thunderdome case, like the one that caught on fire that Muda had to put out.
Yeah.
That leaves you some space between the apron and the cage. Basically, the precursor for Hell in a Cell now.
Hell in a Cell. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have one of those type of cages, I don't see how this doesn't end in an injury. Because to be perfectly honest, you don't have enough room for somebody to lay down and take a pin.
Too many chefs.
So there's no situation where you say we got 12 people in here. Anybody's gonna have enough time to pin or make someone else submit because you're shoulder to shoulder with the guy who's on your team or an adversary. Like this, I'm usually able to ride with Kanos with some of these decisions, but this here that's on the screen, I got questions.
I'll be interested to see how this works, to be honest with you. But I got the DC MJF not winning.
Well, I got the conglomeration not winning because it's a main event.
Damn.
Next, hey, this is what I'm here for though.
This might be the most opposite we've ever been on a who ain't gonna win ever.
I'm just being a shit disturber. For the finals of the Owen Hart tournament,
winner goes on to Wembley.
Put it in Wembley. The most dangerous man with headphones for sale on AEW.com, Swerve Strickland.
I still want them shoes.
No, we're gonna track those down. Versus Will, no longer on the spray.
Affiliation aside for Ospreay, Swerve ain't gonna win.
Yeah, this story is built. This story, it is what it is.
One reason.
Which is
Will to win at home.
That's it. That's all we here for.
John has beat his chest on the fact, and so has Will Ospreay beat their chest on the fact that Wembley Stadium to an Englishman is the equivalent of wrestling in Madison Square Garden, in America, or playing in Madison Square Garden in America. And sympathy always seems to breed this ugly head around Tony Khan. There's absolutely no reason to put Swerve back at the senior prime where he lost the AEW World Championship to win another championship if he's not going to win it. And Ospreay, considering what he's been through over the last year, and the matches that he's been putting on, you're not doing that much future damage to your body after career-threatening surgery and a career-threatening injury to not go to Wembley and bring this damn thing home. You've also beat your chest on the fact that MJF is now a 4-time world champion, and he's not even 30 years old yet. They're rocketing him to be the better version of the modern day Ric Flair / John Cena, and he has that much tread left on the tires. Even if he lost and won the championship twice over the next 10 years, that gives him 20 additional reigns over the course of those 10 years, plus the 4 he already has. And it's a legitimate world championship that has been defended all over the world, which we gave those prerequisites on a previous episode of this very here podcast. All that said, Swerve ain't gonna win.
Writing's just on the wall with this. Like, there's no way we're not going to Wembley to crown Will Ospreay. I don't think you have a compelling enough story that you can tell over the next 2 months for him to lose and still end up in Wembley. So just connect the dots the right way.
You're not going to Daniel Bryan this shit. I'm sorry, you're not going to do that.
So boom, we're in agreement. Swerve ain't gonna win.
You could do it, but it would be disingenuous as hell.
Disingenuous, and then it would become clunky and unorganized. If this was a different group of different brain trust who had a different reputation, I could see some bait and switch and some different things going on. But at this point, they're doing what I said they should have done when Ospreay first got there. He is the hood's last hope. So run with this and put him where he needs to be so that we can get this money. I just
hope that this doesn't end up being a play for Mox to get back to the world title picture.
Oh, you know it's going to happen. Like once Ospreay wins, goes through his whole situation, now he's going to have to slay the dragon that is Moxley, because that's who air quotes built this new version of him. And that's going to be, that's on the wall. Just hopefully nobody decides to actually switch the title, or even worse, let's hope that Ospreay doesn't get hurt anytime like that, because the safety valve on anything Ospreay related will be Moxley.
It almost happened on Dynamite this past Wednesday too. And these near misses is what we need to. That's not even. Yeah.
Well, that next episode, I'll let you go full-fledged, balls to the wall, super pause on the next episode of the Broken Pencil Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast and radio show infused with hip hop.
Next up.
Yeah. Next up on this list, kablam.
AEW World's Women's Championship on the line. Starlight Kid from Stardom taking on Tekla. There's absolutely no reason Tekla loses this match. Starlight Kid, thank you for coming, but you're a consolation prize.
That's it. That's all. Starlight ain't gonna win. Next on the list,
and Tekla might be the best champion that AEW has in the roster right now.
Could be.
Oh, this is a grudge match. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Kenny Omega.
What's the grudge for?
Huh?
What's the grudge about?
Zack Sabre Jr. just has a chip on his shoulder. Thinks he's better than Kenny.
Oh, okay.
Sabre
ain't gonna win.
This is hard for me to say, but I think Sabre ain't gonna win either. It's very hard for me to say that.
I mean, again, you on my home floor? Why?
Right. Yeah. Not just my home floor, the home floor which I'm executor of.
Facts. There's no reason for you to beat me. There's no immediate benefit for Kenny.
You're not about to sign Zack Sabre to an AEW contract
at all. You're not going to feature TDMK. Like, what? Why would you beat Kenny Omega? The last bits of Kenny Omega you got left to get some money with. He himself will tell you he's not the same as he was. He wrestles a much different schedule than once upon a time. He's still capable of a certain caliber of match, but not as many of them in a row, which means you have to be very sparing and very strategic when and where you place those.
Now, Kenny will play all the hits, yes. Zach gonna pull out some shit we ain't seen before. It's gonna be cool, but he ain't gonna be enough to make him win.
What the cool part would be is if this match turned Kenny into a mat wrestler, even if it's just for this one match. For him,
ever since Mick Foley went away from hardcore and ECW and became a mat wrestler for that short period of time, I've always wanted somebody to go back to that. And with Mick Foley being in AEW, who better to manage Kenny Omega as a mat wrestler than Mick Foley?
That is a interesting pairing. Like, and I'm not even saying that in a silly, weird way. I'm like, that might work for several reasons, because
when you put it on paper, when you put it together, it checks a bunch of boxes. It checks the emotional attachment.
Yes.
You harken back to ECW. You get the former WWE superstar turned naysayer. You harken back to an old story that most people forget. It's an album cut. Matter of fact, it's a hidden album cut. It might even be an enhanced CD cut for those that remember enhanced CDs back in the day. It's deep. It's a deep groove on the album.
But, and I like it for the fact that Mick obviously for years has been lauded as a very effective communicator. Kenny Omega not so much.
Oh, Mick Foley is quite the orator.
You see what I'm saying? So if Mick Foley can do some of that heavy lifting for Kenny Omega, Kenny instantly becomes more interesting.
The biggest, cheapest pop ever in wrestling is the hometown thumbs up. Mick Foley owns that.
That's good stuff right there.
You give that to Kenny Omega without Kenny Omega saying anything, and you can't turn on Mick. Mick can just walk away from you because Mick is more just a coach than a man. Come on, man, there's layers to this, bro. Look, that's the move, man.
I'm here for it. Give me Mick Foley and Kenny Omega for the win. And last but not least, our final kablam of the evening.
For the AEW Continental Championship, your champion Jon Moxley taking on Bandito. As per the Continental Championship rules, there will be nobody allowed at ringside. This match will more than likely have a 60-minute time limit because it's on pay-per-view.
Over under 30 then. If it's a 60-minute time limit, over under 30 for them.
I'm going under 30 because Bandito's banged up. He's also your AEW World Champion, the ROH World Champion. He ain't walking away with 2 belts. Bandito ain't gonna win.
I'm with you. Bandito ain't gonna win. Moxley got photos hidden somewhere that don't need to be seen. Because
Here's the question. You and I both know there have been a ton of releases on the other side. More notably around the time of April the 21st of this year. But actually maybe between the 21st and 28th. More notably.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of those releases are allegedly free and clear. We know by Wembley they will 100% be free and clear. All of them will be free and clear come Wembley. Do we see any surprises, especially at the pay-per-view named Forbidden Door?
So there's an obvious card on the table that I've seen people on the internet discuss a lot more recently. And I think if you were gonna kick through a Forbidden Door, this would absolutely be your best opportunity to do so. For Austin Creed and Kofi to show up.
I hate the name Forbidden Door for them to show up, but I totally understand the concept.
Exactly. Like it fits so perfect that you don't like it. Like it's too.
It's not true.
I mean,
it's not like we got a Scott Hall Kevin Nash moment.
You probably not with the way the internet works and how everybody knows everything about everybody's contract status. You're probably not going to get very many more of those.
No. I'm fine with that, but just the idea of the Forbidden Door being kicked down is not a Forbidden Door.
While I agree with you, I'll say look at it like this. Look at it from this perspective, as in
like hell froze over, maybe.
Yes.
I'll take that.
Just reshape your viewpoint or your outlook of what the Forbidden Door is. We're not at a point where it's just going to be about, crossing talent lines. Because hell, now everybody wants proprietary IP. Nobody wants to send their champion to somebody else's show to get beat. Otherwise, the main event would be MJF versus Killer Cross.
I thought you would say Killer Mike.
What? Killer Mike is the special guest timekeeper. But the type of matches you'd be getting if this was really about the Forbidden Door concept. You'd have Tom Peastock and what's my guy? Dominic Dijakovic. You'd have them tag teaming against, who. Matter of fact, you'd get them against the Hurt Business. And why is the Hurt Business not on this show?
Bruh. I guess nobody wants to be hurt for the name of the business. Or for the sake of the business.
I don't understand why the Syndicate.
Where are they at? I haven't even seen them on TV in the last couple of weeks.
I mean, they were at the pay-per-view and that clusterfuck with Jericho.
That was a month ago.
Right. I don't know what to tell you. And it ain't but 3 people. It ain't but 4 people we can really ask. And ain't none of them really returning calls about that type of shit right now.
And from what I understand, the unit as a whole will be put back together here soon.
I mean, one can hope. One can only hope. So I mean, we'll see. We shall see. And there's Forbidden Door. So you got anybody else that might cross the lines? Like a Killer Cross might pop up, or
I think he just scored a championship in MLW. So I'm not.
He's the MLW heavyweight champion. But I'm saying, like, if we're gonna stick true to the concept of Forbidden Door, and you just want somebody to show up, I don't know why you wouldn't do that. Because like he doesn't have to lose; he just has to show up and possibly set up like a Dynamite match or something like that. I just want the shock of seeing somebody on pay-per-view I'm not supposed to see there, who really does work somewhere else. Like to your point, where Austin Creed and Kofi, it's not a Forbidden Door wow because they don't work in Stamford anymore. Versus just hell froze over, they're gonna work somewhere else other than Stamford.
There are like the entire Wyatt Six. Like the biggest name on the Wyatt Six to me would be Bo Rotunda.
Is the okay. Alright.
But is there any weight to him as a talent now, because he spent so many years as part of the B team and so many years as part of the Wyatt, like a few years as part of the Wyatt, and then he was off the radar while Bray was doing his thing. Rest in peace to Bray. But like we're talking like he's the first NXT champion, wasn't he?
No, Seth was the first.
He was second.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody is or should be looking at Bo Rotunda at this point to be like the guy or even a top guy unless he goes through his own self-prescribed character reevaluation.
And it should be unaffiliated.
Yeah, like it's time. Just leave that where it is. Push that off the table just like that, and leave it. Like, just don't do it again, because it has to be emotionally draining to try to do that too.
Yeah, especially when you try so hard to get something organically that was sympathetic at best, empathetic at worst, from a fan perspective.
It just feels like that's too emotionally taxing to keep trying to rehash it and for it not to go well.
That's especially how he lost his brother.
Yes.
Yeah, that still stings. I was thinking about that last night. How that moment actually felt.
Let's just hit the reset button on everything.
Everything, man.
I honestly, Bo, leave. Let's do that. If you're gonna rehash anything, go all the way back to being a Bo leaver.
And we've already had Eric Redbeard in AEW.
I think
which is crazy to think that we've seen him on the side of sympathy in two different organizations for the same faction.
I think
you have got to be fucking kidding me.
What up, though?
Somebody just fired up a lawnmower.
No shit.
Yeah.
Hey, on your property?
Hell, not this palatial estate. Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, I didn't know if you had the electric fences all the way up or not.
Oh, I do have the electric fence up. However, I have the tractor.
Yeah, we ain't pushing no more lawnmowers, bitch.
Yeah, we still doing that. We got a little bit. We got to push just a little bit, because I'm not taking no overturned tractor and pulling out of a ditch. I've already had to pull out of a ditch the last 2 times. You fooled me twice. That's it. I can't do that no more. So.
That's wild. He calls it a ditch, but it's really a moat. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to our next. We're moving on to our next show. WWE Night of Champions in Rio.
Again?
That man is completely unhinged.
Saturday afternoon wrestling. Shouts out to that for the win. I'll take it.
Indeed. So,
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun, bro. This is gonna be a quick, You know who ain't gonna win for this piece of it, but man, this is gonna be a fun card. I'm
It's
sick
gonna
of
be
the
quick.
first hour too. I'm sick of that shit.
It's gonna be quick because TKO ain't about to give it up no product.
Man, at all.
And so here we go. Boom. First, Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints for the United States Championship.
Ain't no way, bro.
Who ain't gonna win?
Ricky, good night. Thanks for coming.
Damn, Ricky, I sure hate it for you, baby. So hate it for you, but
and Yachty better chill the hell out.
Man, Yachty ain't got no chill. Who told you that?
And Riyadh, he better chill out.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna make that trip, yeah, you're gonna have to relax. Really, you really gonna have to relax. Leave your habits at the airport.
All of them.
Dead ass. All of them.
And come out there with 500 loose ones if you want. Cashmere coat, boy.
Get home. Get home safe.
Next.
Boom. This was just the next graphic, but since this is probably the most compelling story we got to deal with of the night, we can go and get into it right now. King of the Ring Finals.
King of the Ring Finals.
I'm gonna shock the world. I got Jey Uso.
Yeah,
so I got Obafemi not winning.
Yeah, I got Obafemi also not winning.
Wow.
I have Jay doing it alone.
Oh.
I have I don't know if we get Brock after the match, but Brock loves Saudi and the Saudis love Brock.
And that check do clear.
That check does clear. That plane does fly.
That's look, if anybody could get Brock Lesnar to answer his phone after business hours,
it's the Prince.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. And so in this particular,
what do you say? My salami Lincoln? My Lincoln was a sob? Is that how it's
the Lincoln's outside? Okay, I'll be there in 30 minutes. Yeah, the Lincoln's outside. I salami Lincoln. Yeah, the Lincoln's outside.
No salami Lincoln, the Lincoln's outside.
That part.
Yeah.
I don't have it with no interference. I do have Jay winning. I have Jay winning because of Lesnar. And it doesn't necessarily mean that Jay has to take a pin over Oba. But at this point, because you've already fucked up
they're not going to sully the King of the Ring tournament with a disqualification.
Count out.
They're not going to do that.
I was going to say count out. And again,
they will not sully this with a no decision.
I don't put anything past these people.
Never say never, but never in history of ever has the King of the Ring been decided in a no decision.
Once upon a time, a Hell in a Cell had never been lost by a DQ.
Damn it, T! And we got two stoppages 2 years in a row.
So talk to me about what ain't never happened.
That's why I said never say never. But our fact remains. Our winner stays the same. Obafemi ain't gonna win.
We are in agreement on that. King Yeet.
That's gonna be a fun story. To me, that story. And is it me, or is Jay in better form now than he was when he was on the path to the World Championship?
I think Jay is actually more comfortable being a 3/4 villain. Crash Out Jey Uso just feels more like in his wheelhouse. Him trying to be the air quotes face of the company or being he's kid friendly.
He's kid friendly, but he's not a people pleaser.
People pleaser Jay don't work. That's more so what it is. Like,
and I'll keep it a whole beam with you. Him having a 13-year-old helps him be more kid friendly because he keeps him in tune. It keeps him aligned with what the kids want. So
this is true. However, from a marketing standpoint, I'll say this: the cool factor and the sense of what's new and what's fresh that you get from an urban 13-year-old or urban pre-adolescent is not the same type of kid friendly that TKO would visualize you marketing to, if that makes sense.
I have total sense.
because you have one in your home, I have one in my home. The type of kid friendly that speaks to the people in our houses is not what they're using on the marketing board for brainstorming at TKO.
The marketing that attracts our children, mine and yours, inside the home is much different than the marketing that happens for our same children when we walk inside that arena. They lose a few years, and we lose a few dollars.
Man, come on, talk that talk. That sanitized, generic, one size fits all, kid friendly,
and it's fine. It's great for where it is. Only for where it is.
That's all I'm saying. And Jay fits into one more than he fits into the other,
and he can stay there, but only for that moment. Once he crosses that barricade, all bets are off.
I mean, it's sad but true,
science, bro. Speaking of rocket science, you see my face?
I see it is balled up. What up, though?
Season 3 of Unreal is coming in July.
Really?
Yes.
Ah, man. I wonder. Okay.
I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about this because we lit season 2 a new asshole.
Facts. And we're about to get season, what is this? Season 7 or season 8 of Dark Side of the Ring?
7.
Yeah. Okay.
And apparently, Jeff Jarrett has 3 episodes.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett / TNA has 3 episodes. Yeah, that's gonna be heavy. So I think
you have son of Jerry Jarrett, upstart Memphis Jeff.
You
have JEFF JARRE double T, and you have TNA Jeff. And TNA Jeff is a completely different animal.
I'll stop you when you start lying.
Boy, it's always been appointment television for us. Those 3 tap into both of our childhoods, both of our early adulthood, and the heart of post WCW looking for an alternative, making us bigger fan.
There are a few stories left that cover this much ground that haven't been talked about.
Hot take. Especially who's still living. For someone who's still living, this may be the most impactful Dark Side of the Ring guest that they've had, simply because he's still alive and has so much on the table. Also, hot take. One of the reasons that we're able to have this podcast is probably because of Jeff Jarrett and what he did for TNA. If all we had to talk about was WWE, I don't think we have this kind of steam.
You make an interesting point. You make quite the interesting point. Someone else looking to make an interesting point.
Nice segue.
Bing bong.
For the WWE Women's United States Championship, their champion Tiffany Stratton taking on Jade Cargill. Boy. I hate this for so many reasons. Jade needs her lick back. And she also needs to establish herself as dominant over Tiffany Stratton. However, what we saw last year in Saudi leads me to believe that we're going to get a call from someone not affiliated with TNA. I was with TKO. Jade Cargill's reception was not one of adulation.
Man, fuck them people. I don't care nothing about that.
I agree wholeheartedly. What's best for business is Tiffany Stratton not winning.
Facts.
Because it establishes Jade as that threat. What we're probably going to get is Jade not winning.
Is Tiffany Stratton back to being a face, or is this like a tweener versus tweener situation?
adjunct. She's back because she was gone from Mania. I think the fact that Julia did nothing for the United States Championship is a consolation prize for Tiffany Stratton. But Jade could do. We want Jade Cargill-Gilbert. Jade could do for the United States Championship what Bill Goldberg did for it.
As far as I can tell, Jade might be the best women's heel on SmackDown. You would probably want that person to have a title or have some type of prestige. That way, the faction that she has with her has something to protect, which also gives whoever your babyface is who's chasing, gives them multiple levels to go through to make their story more compelling for the eventual title change.
I'm about to back up. I'm glad you said I'm about to back up real quick. Tiffany Stratton ain't gonna win. You just said part of the reason why. It keeps a title and gives the faction something to protect. It also keeps Jade away from the world title picture.
Bing bong. So now you can book her as strong as you want to as a heel without worrying about, damn, when do I put her back into the driver's seat or into a match with Rhea Ripley? Rhea can go on and do what she's going to do as the face of the division, because we all know that there's something coming for her that's already predetermined.
Say, bro, I think I can actually see, because of what happened with Julia, I could see a world where Jade gives up the U.S. Championship without a loss, just hands it over. Like who could beat me? I beat everybody.
Chat WWE is not booking that. We would, they won't. But here, here, this is on the screen. Yeah, Tiffany Stratton ain't gonna win.
All right.
Next.
Right.
Of course, these are in no particular order. So now it's time to get in the cage, bitch.
Steel cage match: Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins. Are they tied up right now, or is Braun? I think Braun got 2 over Seth, right?
Braun got Backlash. Seth got. Did he get the last pay-per-view, or did he get one on Raw too?
The last pay-per-view was because they didn't wrestle on ESPN?
Yeah, I believe so.
And
that's how you notice. That's how you notice TKO shit is just running two.
Seth ain't gonna win.
Together.
I'm just gonna say Seth ain't gonna win.
There you go. That's what I need. Seth ain't gonna win.
I'm not about to sit here and wrestle with semantics on this. Seth ain't gonna win.
But I do believe they are tied. They're tied. And next,
Queen of the Ring finals. Champion Liv Morgan taking on your women's world champion Liv Morgan taking on Io Sky. Liv is trying to live in infamy with all of her accolades. The women's world championship, she was a 4-time champion, 2-time women's tag team champion. Was it what's the big ring, the thing they got in Saudi with the big ass belt with all the diamonds?
Crown Jewel.
Your first ever women's Crown Jewel champion. She's trying to solidify her place as a first ballot Hall of Famer. This will do it. Io Sky.
Io Sky ain't gonna win? Okay. So here's why here's where I'll tell you we differ. One, knowing what they want to do with Io Sky, and then also knowing what they want to do with the Judgment Day.
So what do they want to do with Io Sky?
They want to get Io Sky back to another match with Rhea Ripley. And SummerSlam is probably as good a time as any, because you need marquee matches that'll, air quotes, steal the show. So by winning Queen of the Ring, Io Sky has a bullet train, no pun intended, straight to Rhea Ripley at a SummerSlam women's main event. You know the seeds of dissension are planted all amongst what's going on in the Judgment Day. There's that Bullet Club-esque hierarchy switch that comes every so often. For those who haven't picked up on it, that's what the Judgment Day is. The Judgment Day is WWE's version of the Bullet Club.
Even sans Finn, who Finn was part of it.
Every leader has been jumped out. You have members that sprout off and go do their own thing, but they're also still cool with each other. Then you have the remaining crew that always brings somebody new up, and they literally develop talent. Like, so there's always a new person who your first time you're seeing them, they're immediately aligned with the Judgment Day. Roxanne being that person.
JD was an alumni.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, same. You've seen the formula over and over again. Liv is on her way out at some point. Don't know when. I could be wrong in saying that it's coming
and most likely will be replaced by Roxanne and not Big Mommy Cool.
I think Big Mommy Cool stays.
Oh, she's definitely staying. But
and Liv is the odd person out. Heavy. You see what I'm saying? So because of those plans, and I feel like that's where you start planting seeds, I'm going to say Liv Morgan ain't going to win. However, I do fully know and understand that Liv Morgan has been booked as such to where betting against her is playing with your money.
It is detrimental to your pocketbook.
Fam, that's another one. Gotta have some pictures tucked away of somebody doing something that they're not supposed to. There are some text messages.
At Mania. You remember when she got hurt? the shoulder injury. About 5-6 years ago, she had 6-7 years ago, she had a shoulder injury, and she was out for about almost a year.
Fam, they thought she was finna announce some type of injury this past week. Of course, it was getting blamed on somebody else, so that ain't on her.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna trigger you right now. Next episode.
Glad we didn't get that, because that would have been a whole different conversation right now.
My goodness, that's unfortunate.
Is that the card? Is that it?
You know,
no, we got one more. One more.
Of course, we got one more, and kablam!
For the WWE Undisputed Championship in a triple threat match. The ring general Walter in our house taking on the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn. Wasn't Sami Zayn supposed to be a special guest referee in this match? Or no, that was a SmackDown.
Hell if I know.
Yeah, Sami.
Don't give me the line.
Man, can you imagine if Sami finally wins the big one he does in the Saudi? Can you imagine if Sami wins the big one in Saudi and Jay takes on Sami at SummerSlam?
We would write that type of cinema. I don't see that coming from here. The best cinema I can see that TKO might actually realistically give us is Cody versus Jay. And because of all the interactions and the side missions that they've been on since the ending of WrestleMania 40, makes that a very compelling story to tell going into SummerSlam. The more compelling story would be Jay basically having to put a slug in his brother.
Cody versus Jay at SummerSlam sells tickets.
It does. Jay
versus any of the other two does not.
So
we've already seen Jay versus Walter.
But we have not seen Jay versus Walter when you have the tribal chief calling shots from the rafters.
This is true.
So there's a different element to it, because I believe Jay understands what it was like as champion the first time versus like, hey, I got the squad with me and it's by any means necessary. Again, we just talked about the difference between TKO marketing and the marketing to the children in our house. Different vibe. I'll argue that, look, Jay versus Sami is like Nino Brown and G Money. Is Nino Brown G Money on the roof? So it could be like, hey, Sami, I hate to do it to you, but what did Jay tell him? Like, you ain't family? And you go ahead and show him. But since Sami's on a crash course heading towards this full-on heel turn, I don't know if his story arc means he's a heel by himself or he just becomes a heel going home. Because what happens when the entire bloodline is on the same page for real? Like, not all beefing about philosophy and who does what. What happens when that unit is completely
when they fall in line, and there's the tribal chief, and there's Jay.
When everybody understands the vision at the same time, no pun intended.
Like literally at the back of the line, you have Talatonga and Tamatonga.
I don't think they're gonna be included. They're gonna be the first ones to get ousted. I think what you could realistically end up with as a bloodline: Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Jacob, Sammy, Solo. You could do that 6-pack. That's not too many. That's enough. That's just enough.
And we think that the Tamatonga experiment goes back to Japan.
Not back to Japan, but they have other stuff that they can do. I think they can survive on their own as a tag team. Then you also have a lot of those Bullet Club callbacks that you can deal with, especially because Finn Balor's over on SmackDown. Shinsuke still running around. You have different things and different options. Then when it comes to Talatonga, when are you not going to be able to find something for a 7-footer to do?
Listen, I love the idea. Of Damian Priest going to Mexico. I would even love it even more if Talatonga went with him.
I mean, shouldn't everybody eventually get a trip to Mexico?
But them two together?
Oh, if they go together, you can cancel Christmas.
Dan Spivey and Sid Vicious, bro. All over again, bro.
Can you imagine Talatonga and Omos in Mexico?
Bruh.
With the Undertaker doing the pin work?
Bruh, can you imagine Damian Priest, Talatonga, and Omos as a faction?
The Forest. Bitch, you can't see the forest for the trees.
The forest for the trees, bro. Take them to the house, Swab. That's it.
I get money.
Show at BrokenPistolBC.com, BrokenPistolBC@gmail.com, at BrokenPistolBC on all things social, at BrokenPistolBC on what?
Everything. And everything.
Take them to the house, Swab.
Pistol pushers, like, rate, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell that friend to tell a friend, and then tell that friend again. Make sure at Broken Pistol BC on all social platforms. Go ahead and start make us a GoFundMe so that we can do the contract extension for my cohort, my Sahab here. Donate. Yeah, GoFundMe is not life insurance, but it's insurance for this life.
Hey, Swab. Remember how the last contract situation worked out? There was 3.
Everybody just gotta relax.
Hey,
we will get the money. Just everybody.
I ain't going nowhere.
Everybody just be cool. We will get the money. We will get the money to pay this man so that I can go back to doing my regular job, and I'll produce the stuff I'm supposed to produce.
Be there mostly. It's a beautiful life.
This man's on a whole boat smoking a cigar during a whole episode. I'm just like, hold it in the road. Heads up.
It's your daily acknowledgement.
Indeed. Pencils down.
Whole lot of fucking gang shit.